Saint Benjamin of Petrograd was born in 1873 in the northwestern Russian Empire with the name Vasily Kazansky. At age 20, he graduated from seminary, and 2 years later, he was ordained a hieromonk with the name of Benjamin. A man of great intellect, he served as a professor and rector at 4 different seminaries over the next 15 years. In 1910, he was consecrated as the vicar bishop of Godov. In this role, he worked tirelessly among the poor, serving in churches and organizing charity for the people's care. In 1917, Bishop Benjamin was elected as the Metropolitan of Petrograd. Amid the Russian Civil War, he had no interest in politics. Instead, he focused on the spiritual revival of his archdiocese. He offered to enforce a non-political stance among his clergy if the Soviet government would end their persecution, but his efforts were unsuccessful. By 1922, the communist government had begun to ransack churches for everything of value to feed the poor. To save his churches from destruction, St. Benjamin established a program for parishes to voluntarily turn over money to feed the poor, which was accepted by the authorities for a time. Later that year, the Soviet government established a state-controlled church called the Living Church, and based on St. Benjamin's political neutrality, the Soviets thought he would bring his archdiocese into it. Knowing that his flock was faithful, he said he would put the matter to a vote. In a meeting with the clergy and people of Petrograd, the Soviet representative promoted the Living Church. In response, St. Benjamin accused him of numerous heresies and placed Living Church clergy under anathema. For this, he was arrested. For about a month, St. Benjamin underwent a show trial in which he defended the church and took responsibility for his own actions, attempting to prevent further persecution. He and 3 others were sentenced to death by firing squad. Hearing the sentence, St. Benjamin said, "Glory to thee, O Lord, for all things." The sentence was carried out on August 13, 1922. The saint was shaved and dressed in rags, so the firing squad would not know they were executing a member of the clergy. St. Benjamin was widely venerated both within the Soviet Union and abroad, and he was formally glorified in 1992 after the collapse of the Soviet Union, together with his companions. In this icon, painted by American iconographer Brian Matthew Whirlidge, he holds a scroll with the words of 1 Peter 4:17. Now, the time of judgment has come. The icon is available from Legacy Icons.